Peace, beautiful people. It is your girl, the real Tony Hickman. And I know a lot of people on YouTube right now may follow me because of my diet or the concept of my diet. I have fluctuated between vegan, raw vegan, and liquidarian for a very long time. Currently I am on raw vegan and liquids, but I have in that process eaten beans, beans, quinoa, and steamed vegetables or sauteed vegetables over quinoa. But that may be like, if it's a week, it may be once a week, at most twice a week. I love liquids first. I never felt better, never looked better than doing liquids. And while I was on strictly liquids, I ended up meeting some amazing people on that journey, which brought me to why I am doing this particular video. Because a lot of people like to say that your environment, like who you surround yourself with, is who you are. And while I can see that is true to a degree, because our environment can have a major influence on our thought processes and how we look at life, all of that, or even when we find ourselves dealing with our own emotions, especially if you are on this journey of like raw vegan or liquidarian, gravitating towards cooked. If you're around people that are eating cooked, put it like that. So I can understand it in that aspect. However, I also understand the power of our will. And when we decide that we are going to do something regardless of what anybody else thinks, then it doesn't matter who you're around. Your energy can end up changing your environment too. But that is only when you are sitting strong in your own power. When we are sitting strong in our own power. There have been times where I have gladly sat strong in my power, but there have also been times where I have been very weak because emotions took me there. And the crazy thing is that any moment it can switch, right? Like any moment we can switch from being strong to something drastically changing in our life and shifting our emotions so much that the familiar becomes the reality. So it's like when we get to that point of, even if we are raw vegan, and even raw vegan, I'm telling you, consuming in its whole, what I have learned, because I know everybody likes to think, oh, you have to eat cooked, you have to eat this, or I know a breatharian. And once I saw that this man is thriving being breatharian, I'm sorry, all of y'all synopsis of diet went out the window for me. I'm so sorry. And not to say that when we consume raw or cooked, that it may not be benefiting us. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, I know a breatharian that has been a breatharian for over 20 years, and he's thriving. He has muscles, he doesn't look sick, and that is how he lives his life. And this is a brother, Elatom Elamin. And so I need y'all to go follow him at every moment. I'm gonna tag him in this video. But when I saw that part, that changed my perception completely. So what do we decide to make our reality is the key. What is your reality, and what are you deciding to allow to change your reality? Are your emotions shifting? And each time your emotion shifts, you shift to a cigarette, a bottle, a bag of Doritos, right? A bag of Takis. Are you shifting with your emotions? Are our emotions the hurricane that causes disaster in our own life? And if our emotions are the hurricane that is causing the disaster, then how do we bring in the immediate rescue emotions that will counteract and clean up what we feel to help us shift quickly back into our peace, into our destined direction? Because if we keep shifting every time something happens that changes our life, then we will just keep shifting, because life is forever changing. So it's at that moment that we have to decide where our strength will remain strong. Let me repeat that because it was a car passing. But it is in those moments of our storm, our own hurricanes in our life, that when the hurricane comes emotionally, internally, that we have to allow the immediate rescue to come in and help shift us back into the best reality for our highest good. And what is that for you? Because for some, it is their cooked food, and that's okay for you. I am not knocking people who eat cooked. I'm not knocking people who decide to eat meat. I am just on my own journey, and I haven't eaten meat in a long time, but I have eaten cooked. I have felt the difference. I have been the guinea pig of my own life, my own emotions, and I'm pretty much tired of that. I don't want my emotions to dictate my life constantly. And so as a survivor of 2 brain aneurysms and a stroke, I have 3 spots in my brain that are still in need of repair. And because of that, I carry emotions. I can carry emotions heavily, which is part of the reason I stay to myself. But I don't want my emotions to dictate who I am. And if that is the case, then that is something I have to heal. And one thing I do know is that the raw vegan diet, the liquidarian way of life, the breatharian where we out here breathing that prana, babe, is the way to all healing. The doctors are cool. Their prescriptions are the temporary fix for a lot of people. But for me, and what I have learned over the course of doing and undoing several freaking times is we create our reality. We create our own healing through the environment of our internal self. See, all this what I'm talking to y'all right now ain't no script. And I write down a lot of my I guess downloads or spirit-led philosophy. But what y'all are getting right now, because I'm on a walk, is just in its raw form. But yeah, everything I just said, that was spirit-led. So stepping into our greatness requires discipline. It also requires us looking at our internal self, our own darkness, right? A lot of people like to teach that when we look into our own darkness, that is evil. Now, it ain't evil to ignore who you are, because the part that you are ignoring is also you. I'm just saying. It's both yin and yang, babes. You cannot ignore one part. You are all of you. So you clean that up. We got to clean up our trauma. We have to clean up the shame and the guilt and the frustration that we feel. We have to clean it up. We have to clean up our internal diet. We have to clean up how we think, how our emotions come in and keep shifting us back to the same circle of ego thinking, egotistical thinking. Ah, shit. Anyway, I love y'all, man. I love y'all. And I have missed the park a lot. But I love walking in the neighborhood, and this is even more peaceful because ain't nobody else out here walking with me. It's just peace out here. And yeah, so be amazing. Keep doing you. Thank you for following my channel if you follow it. And look out for the Tony Hickman Show that will have more Alika lessons and skits from other people that are me. But I'm gonna have some other actors on there too. I'm not trying to just take the spotlight. I'm trying to help share the spotlight. Yes, I am. So it's exclusively on Apple Podcasts, but it's also gonna be on YouTube. And of course my shorts are gonna be everywhere because that's what I do. So if you are not familiar with me, please visit my website, tonyhickman.com. That's Toni, because I am a female by birth. So Toni Hickman.com, Hickman. I'm gonna put it on this video. And I love y'all, man. I love y'all. I love y'all even when you choose not to love me, because that's your fear. Peace.
Welcome to the Tony Hickman Show. Really, it is the Tony Hickman experience, where we will dive deep into the subconscious of our own mental programming and discover how it is helping us or hurting us. Is it hurting us? We will do this through skits, mostly played by different versions of myself.
Hi, I'm Bob.
And I'm the crazy lady who say I ain't crazy.
I am Dr. Alika with Alika Lessons.
But we will also have special guests.
You mean them breatharians you be talking
All that
about?
box shit ain't food anyway.
I just can't believe people eat air.
And of course we will have performances. I mean, I am an Emmy Award-winning artist.
That's your ego, Tony.
I know, Dr. Alika. All this and more on the Tony Hickman Show.